Right, so I'm April 25th. I play games and then I talk about it. Today I'm playing FortressCraft Evolved in another episode of my 2018 Explain Along. Episode 21 and setting up mass storage manufacturers. I am super excited. I just spent forever trying to fix my sound. I don't really understand what happened. I hadn't changed the settings, but I noticed it was a bit louder in the last video, and I tried to go to fix that, and now it was just really loud. Hopefully this sounds good, because I've turned my sound down by half in both the capture software and in the game. Not my talking, just the game sound. So, over here, I am setting up my mass storage manufacturing house, which is going to be a big area of mass storage where all the different components, those things, are being brought in and dropped off. They're accumulating in the mass storage, and then I'm going to use a mod. It's called the Mass Storage Manufacturing by Steveman. He apparently makes great mods, and I'm going to get that all set up. So right now I'm just doing a line around my room. I know I'm going to need stations. A rail line, I guess I should say. Cart line. This is almost like railroads, but a little less impressive, I guess. Close enough. We'll see. I realized, so I built out this room last time, and then I realized, oh yeah, I meant to be insetting my floors to see how that goes. So I don't have to use a conveyor hill to go in and then to come back down or whatever, going through the rooms. So I came back and I did the floor again, wasted some construction paste, got some more construction paste. I also moved over the door by just 2 squares. Seemed like a good idea. I also recorded this entire episode and realized that I had my settings wrong and didn't get the video I wanted. So luckily I had a save, and I'm going back and doing this again. But now I'm having a hard time remembering what I did 2 episodes ago, or last episode technically, or what I did the last time I recorded that none of you are going to see. However, so if I'm repeating my explanations, I apologize in advance. This YouTube thing is hard. Like, it always looked hard, and realistically it's actually kind of easier than I thought it would be, but it's still got a lot of stupid little hard parts. So, do I have... Yes, I do. Okay, let's see what all I'm going to need here. So I'm going to want some mass storage manufacturers. I'm going to want some manufacturing thingies, actually. So, manufacturing tables. These are the ones that... I think that they're probably here. Yeah, manufacturing plants. That's what they're called. Let me make a note of that, because I can never remember. They're the ones that you can just carry around with you if you want to. It's what I just built this on, one of those. You don't need the top for much of anything except building your personal stuff, apparently. I don't know, that's what the tooltip says. I've never run into a circumstance where I was like, hey, I really need a top. What was I picking up? I think it was copper wire. And let me also pick up construction paste, because I dented my supply. Now, back over to those manufacturing tables. I think I'm going to want... I really want probably about 6 plus 4, 10 of them. Oh, I'm going to need more servo motors. Also, let's go back to the mass storage blocks. I'll need plenty of those. I'm going to need more of these, too. Well, let's make do with 2 more of those. Probably need a couple of these. let's go for it. Let's start building. Well, let's grab some servo motors, and then let's start building and see how far I get before I run out of things. You? Servo motors. So, I'm gonna run in my room, have a short step down, and I want kind of a horseshoe shape of mass storage around me, because I don't need a ton of actual storage. What I need is for everything to be connected, and I need a lot of surface area to use stocking ports. Yeah, right here seems good. So I would need... that was a waste. Okay, just a sec. There that goes. Okay, I'm gonna need a grommet. I'm gonna go rescue that grommet because these things are expensive. I need to stop losing things randomly to the ground. Where did I put it though? Well, maybe it's just gone because I don't see it. I know I dropped a grommet down here. It was like right here maybe? I don't see it. Okay, I give up. Back up top. Yeah, it was showing right about there. Okay. I need a grommet to get through the wall. I need one piece of conveyor to take from the grommet. A couple conveyors to put into the wall. I'm gonna need another station here. And a storage hopper. So let's add components. What's something I know I need? Copper wire. Okay. Target stock 100. Add 3 carts, and that can get going. It's going to bring some copper wire. Deliver it. My stocking port is going to be stocking copper wire. Oh, so it says stock 999,999. That's because I haven't put an actual mass storage hooked up here. So let's put those. I usually do 2 thick and set the stack height to 6. It can be nice and tall. And fix this. My limit on copper wire is 100. Now, what's going to happen is back over behind that. So it's got copper wire building up. Now I've got those mine carts. So we're going to go grab some copper wire, bring it, drop it off here. It'll come on in. The first 100 will go to start filling up my mass storage. When there is 100 in the mass storage, it'll just pause. If I get more than 100 in the mass storage, that's fine. It's going to wait until the quantity drops below 100 before adding any. So it'll back up, This will fill up with copper wire. And then back over there, there's a storage hopper on the back end of that building, which that will fill up with copper wire. And the front of the building will fill up with copper bars. They're heading to be turned into copper wire. So all around, I'm going to have like 100, 200, 300, 400, at least 400 copper kind of in this line or whatever you would call it. A little bit wasted, but that also means when I need copper wire or I need something made out of copper wire, I'm not going to have to sit here and wait for this whole process to complete. So I do need a lot of bars when I'm doing this technique this way, just to keep the system full so that I'm not standing around waiting on things. But otherwise, I feel like this is actually kind of efficient. I mean, it's not efficient in terms of bars. It's not efficient in terms of time, like for how long it takes stuff to come through, but as long as things are full, it's extremely efficient for my time, because I'm going to be able to run in here, just set it to make the things I need and keep my inventory full of only the things I know I need, like batteries, and I don't need those. What else do I need all the time? Storage hoppers, things like that. So this is bringing me copper wire. Get to work. Good voice. in here, let's set up my mass storage manufacturing. So I'm gonna want, well, first off, I'm gonna want power. So I'm trying to decide how far I need to run in. Like, I don't want to make it super cramped here, or I'm gonna get annoyed. I feel like right about here for my storage hoppers, and I was gonna do 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then comes the manufacturing. I'll only do like 2 of them for now. Okay, where is it? I know I made it this bar. There we go. Mass storage manufacturer? No. First, I need the manufacturing plant. So, manufacturing plant. I could walk over here and just create things by hand, but I would have to be holding the materials. However, I can tack on Steveman's mass storage manufacturer, and now I can come over, I can automate whatever I want it to make for me, and it's going to fly off and get my materials. So I need to attach some mass storage blocks at the back. Does that feel? Yeah, that's enough room. Manufacturing plants also require power. So the way I usually like to do it in here is I don't really want to put a whole room down there. Okay, and that's a bit much. But I just build a trough to hold power for me. So, build my power trough. I have to make this a lot longer. I don't know why I'm building at the end there. A little longer. Okay. And as I'm sure you're yelling at the screen, I do not need to have concrete down in the pit. No one sees that, but I see it. And it bothers me, and so I do it. I don't know. It's something about building on dirt. I'm always convinced that it's unfinished. It doesn't look right. Okay, but there's my trough. And then in my trough, so first we need a grommet up here. It's going to be bringing in enriched coal. Oh. Man, I'm going to need some lights around here. There we go. And then from the grommet, we have a conveyor belt bringing the coal down into the bottom of the trough. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first one. So if that's the first one, that's where I want to stick the first of these. And then I need to, well, I guess I gotta take these down again. Good thing I put them up. And then we're gonna alternate conveyor belt and small storage hopper through here. And then stacked on top of each storage hopper is a pyrothermic generator. I'm gonna need a couple more of those. And in between are batteries. And so that's just a nice little way to set this up so that basically anything I set on this row, I can set on this row, no problem. And it is power. Manufacturing plant, manufacturing plant, manufacturing plant. Okay. Let me go get the coal running, because we're going to need that before anything works. I definitely want a full storage hopper for the coal. Oh, I'm going to use the directional storage hopper. I finally caught it before everything broke for once. Fuel, coal, enriched coal, 100. I'll do 5 carts for now and then turn them down later. How many do I got over here? Yeah, 3 carts. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with a fair number of carts here, and then I'll be coming back and fine-tuning these kind of constantly. If it shows as full and I know I don't use it very often, I'll turn it down to like 1 or 2 carts. If, like right now, to get it started, I know that they need to make mini trips, I'll turn it up to like 5 or 4 carts and turn it down again later. So I'm back in here. Part of the reason why so you can use a hill to go down there, but I would have been in the way of my mass storage blocks. I found this out during the attempt at doing this that I didn't get recorded right. Okay, we need this all to be connected because I need these to just fly over here and fetch some copper wire or whatever's on the side here. Once this has been going for a while and it starts to fill up a little bit, you'll start getting amusing stuff like that thing is flying all the way over here to put down some copper wire, and that's fine. I'm not doing the work, the machines are. What else? And then the other kind of, well, let me get some, you know what? Let me get more manufacturing plants, and I can use this to do it. Where were they again? Here, right here. So I'm gonna need a couple more of these. So I do 3 of them. I can craft them because apparently I have the stuff now, or I can automate them. So I hit start automation, and this is it looking for what it needs. So let me set up a few more things to get it collecting the items it's going to need. Or, actually, maybe I should finish up doing my inputs. I don't really have enough mass storage blocks. Okay, let's make mass storage blocks.
Crafting.
Make sure I got enough of these.
Crafting.
And I'm gonna need a couple more of those, but that can wait a minute. These are for making things that I'm gonna pick up. And then I'm gonna leave 1 and do this one, which is actually for making things that I'm not going to pick up. So some recipes have like laser energy transmitter Mark 1 as a component in the recipe. So I'm going to need a bunch of those things in here as well. So I typically don't set up an assembly line for that. I kind of do it on demand and then let it go right back in. So what I'm going to do is have a stocking port right here so that when it's done, it'll end up in this storage hopper and it'll come down in here and go in. I'm going to need those 2 manufacturing plants here. And the mass storage manufacturers right there. And I think I'm going to need about 4 of these. So that's going to need to be a PTG. I'm just, and the reason I'm doing this is I want to make sure I'm leaving enough room. So in that shape, and then I want to skip 1. So my room is not big enough. I thought I made it nice and big. Alright. That's still not big enough, but okay, we're gonna go. Oh, I don't need any more power. That's good news. Over by 1. Where I'm gonna do those 2, and I'm gonna need 2 stocking ports, And the purpose of this is to just stock. I have a lot of things in my inventory, and as time goes on, I will keep having things in my inventory that I don't need to carry around. Like, I don't need to be carrying around 4 organic rock or 101 pristine faceted eyes, so I'm going to stick them in here. And this will slowly get put into the mass storage. The other thing I want to put in there was actually some of the ingredients I'm carrying around. Like, I have a lot of iron gears. I should put them all in there. Might as well put some copper wire in, put in titanium housing. So I'm going to be putting things in for a while here. I can actually use this as well. Let those go, and then start another bunch of iron gears. These do not have any sort of limiter, so I haven't set it up a certain item to stock. I'm stocking anything that comes in, so they'll keep filling up whatever I put in there, but that should be fine. The lovely thing is, if I'm sticking a bunch of iron gears here, and then back over there, I set up a stocking port that says a limit on how many iron gears should be coming in. That will stop fetching iron gears until I've used up whatever amount of iron gears I've added here. I want one more before I have a wall, which means I'm going to have to clear out some coal. I'll set that up between episodes, though. I think my obsession with construction paste has gotten enough airtime. Alright. Somebody in the, Yasinko, in the comments, mentioned that there is an upgraded auto excavator module that I will love, so I need to do that, to finish knocking over mountains. See how that goes. I haven't done it yet, but I will be. Because that sounds pretty cool. Right up my alley. Tired of knocking over mountains, definitely. Yeah, that's all of the components for this system. I have a lot more stuff to feed in here. Like going through my inventory now, I'm going to be putting in tin plates, hardened machine blocks, servo motors, anything that I don't actually have to be carrying around. Over here, I'm going to need to finish doing this for basically every component. So this will be all filled up, this line, and then just seeing how far I got to go. 1, 2, 3, and then I probably need to take down some of these and figure out where my back wall will be and loop my train around. So stocking, and then conveyor belt. I'm going to do one extra just in case I need the space. And then a grommet. So this is where my wall should be. Which means, let's see, 1, 2, probably I'll do the, yeah, to the rail along here. There we go. Alright, so let me work on this a little more, show you what I get done in between episodes. It's really the boring part, right? So this was copper wire. Let's add another one for tin plate. And then add a bunch of carts. And wait, I'm gonna need grommets. And I'm missing wall, oddly. Grommets. Let's add grommets all along here before I forget over and over again. So what did I add? I already forgot. Tin plates. So when it comes in, I want it to stock tin plate. Another 100 sounds good. And then I'll just kind of go down the line. So this might be iron gears. I use a lot of iron gears, so I want to hold probably 300 iron gears. So I'm going to do that. And then lightweight machine housing. I'll hold 200 of these because I know I still have the same thing there where I always need a lot of them. And just go down the list, getting those set up and delivering, and wait for a few things to get delivered. Yeah, I mean, that's everything. Here I was thinking it was going to take so long to get this set up, but actually, apparently, now that I know what my system is, it's not so bad. I am so excited to have this too. This is really gonna free up some inventory space and then get me back into my groove of how I normally play. I don't know what's coming in the next episode exactly. I'll have to think about that. It's probably time to go get biofuel and set up some jet turbines and get all that ready, because I usually like to set up both my guns and my missiles at the same time when I start defending against wasps, and it's probably about time to start defending against wasps. And there's a lot of fun stuff that goes into that too. I'll need a Falcor network for my eyes. Oh yeah, I'm getting very excited. Thank you for watching. Now go do something epic.